Hey everybody, I'm Hat Creature, and I have some opinions on Alex. I think I know how to fix her. It's not definite, but I'll go over why she's bad and how I think she can be fixed without completely reworking her. So the reason why she's so bad compared to all the other masterminds is that her kit, or her passives, they don't work together. Half of it is for infection or poison, and the other half is for traps. They have nothing to do with each other. They don't complement each other, and they don't work together unless you're using the virus mine. And that's just one card compared to all the other cards in your deck, and the chances you'll get it repeatedly over and over again are slim, because at that point you have like 11 cards, and then there you 3, you have like 12 cards, I believe. So it doesn't justify the passives, this card by itself. And then the other reason that she's bad is that, unlike the other masterminds, she has no way to effectively gain bioenergy. Uh, so Annette, her passives work together. She's all about spawning and hordes, armies. She can restore their health with enhancers. She can give them more health. She can make them cheaper. She can buff them even stronger than anyone else can. These things work together. Daniel, you know, he's all about controlling creatures and making them more powerful. When he's controlling them, they all work together. The combinations are small, but they're all there. Alex's passives do not work together. Greatly increased infection, creatures in poison will become infected, and then it's about traps. They have nothing to do with each other. And then her bioenergy rate, still, the other masterminds can do it better than her. Annette can bypass the bioenergy problem because she can make them incredibly cheap. Like with this, and then her mod, and then the card. She bypasses the energy problem because she makes them cheap. She doesn't need a whole lot of energy. And then there's Bio Leech, and that just makes it even easier for her. Daniel, he has no problem with bioenergy because he controls creatures most of the time. When you're controlling a creature, your bioenergy is just going up the entire time. And then when he dies, he has a pool of energy he can just use. Spencer, all he has to do is lock a door, and then BAM! 3 zombies. Done. Alex has nothing. She can't do any of those things. She either has to pay attention to putting down traps, or completely change her deck to either be more infectious, or be cheap, or have more energy, and it just doesn't work, because even if she can make the creatures cheap, even if she uses the booster or the efficiency mod, her creatures are still weak. They can't compete with Annette's creatures because she makes them stronger. She can't compete with Daniel because he himself is a powerhouse. He can control creatures better than she can. So she has no way to buff her creatures or spend them effectively. And that is her main problem. Those are her main problems. So other than that, my way to fix her kinda buffs the other masterminds in the first half. But it's not that bad. It's not a big deal. Well, I'll leave it up to you. So the first buff would be to the infectious zombies. Like, period. Just the infectious zombies themselves, the actual card. I would change them to work like the Berserk or a zombie. So any zombies near him become Berserk. Now, they don't spread the Berserk to everyone else, though. The infectious zombies would work like that. So if you have like 5 creatures down, and you put the infectious tough zombie in the middle of them, they all become infectious naturally. So basically, the epidemic passive is base on the infectious creatures. Now, but well, without the fact that if a liquor runs off, to a dog that's far away, the dog will not become infectious. It's completely dependent on the source of the infection. That would be the first change I would make to her. The next one would be to her, of course, epidemic passive. So it would have to be changed, and I would change it to any infected creature will have greatly increased damage. So instead of having to worry about raising the infection on survivors, she'll now have to worry, or pay attention to raising the infection on her creatures. Because when her creatures are infected, they do more damage. And so it would be like Daniel. This one, it'd be like this, but with normal attacks and grabs. But only to infected creatures. And with that little boost, this automatically makes her infection more powerful than all the other masterminds. This makes her special and distinct compared to anyone else who uses poison, because only her poison zombies will be more powerful than anyone else's. This will allow her to free up her equipment. She can now do more damage. She can be like Annette and just boost their health. She can do anything now. She can make them faster and have more health, spawn faster. It doesn't matter, because she'll have the freedom to do what she wants, since her poison creatures are more powerful than everyone else. Now, this of course doesn't solve any of the problems that I listed, but it kinda solves them just a teensy bit because of that one little thing. Her passives still don't work together, but she'll be distinct. And it kind of solves the bioenergy problem because she can control her zombies. She'll still get stunned a lot, but whenever she's in her creatures, she'll be gaining energy and she'll do more damage. So she can increase their health. So when she's controlling creatures, it'll take longer for them to kill her. So she'll kind of be like Daniel. It's up to you. The freedom is there with that one little change. So I think those two things would hopefully fix Alex, because they make her special. Other than that, the Yateveo sucks. The biggest problems with the Yateveo is that it's slow and the stun locks. Something that cannot move shouldn't be slow. It can't defend itself like William can. It can't run away like Mr. X can. The Yateveo needs to be faster. One change I would do would be to take away all but one stun on the Yateveo. So normally you can stun lock the Yateveo with, like, you know, melee and fire and grenades, but I would take away all those stuns except for the one that knocks you out of Devour. So if you're catching someone and you're trying to eat him, just a grenade will stun you out of that Devour, and that's it. Just keep that one. Take away all the other ones. No more stuns for the Yateveo except that one. It'll still take damage, but it won't get stun locked. And this means that even when you have grenades flying around you, you can still attack, you can still goop them, you can still attempt to eat them. Now I think this is fair because it can't move. There's no reason why it should be that weak when it can't move. And that it should be faster. It should be able to catch survivors off guard. It should be fast because it can't move. And it's such a huge detriment that it can't move, so it has to be faster. Its attacks are too slow. Everyone can dodge your attacks. The slime shot is ridiculously hard to aim. You think it's right on them, but then it misses them. Even when they're not moving, you can miss. So that needs to be fixed. But the tentacle attack, it needs to be faster. The Devour needs to be faster. And the slime shot needs to... The survivors need to have less time to react to the Yateveo. everyone can see what William and Mr. X is doing. And they can see what the Yateveo is doing, but Yateveo is slower, so they have more time to react to Yateveo than William or Mr. X. That needs to be changed. Other than that, I think that's it. If you don't like the changes, let me know. They're not perfect. This is what I think will fix Alex. If you have a different idea, just leave a comment. And that's all. I really enjoy Alex. I mean, I want to enjoy Alex. I love poison and bleed out mechanics. And Alex obviously has infection, which is poison. So I want to enjoy Alex, but I can't enjoy her because of all the reasons I listed. She sucks. But she can get better. I'm loving this game, and this game can thrive because these developers are actually competent compared to another game that's 4v1 that I will not mention. And yeah, other than that, have a great day.